If I started streaming from zero today, no audience, no views, no nothing, and I had to pick one place to stream in 2026, it wouldn't even be close. And no, it's obviously not Twitch. It's not even Kick. And TikTok Live is a whole different conversation. Let me just explain why YouTube is hands down becoming the best platform to stream on, and why most people are thinking about this completely backwards. Why traditional streaming platforms are falling behind. Now, the most obviously traditional streaming platform would be Twitch. I want to make it clear that people need to understand that Twitch isn't bad because all creators are lazy. Twitch, outside of robbing creators blind, is terrible for turning viewers into an audience. So the biggest problems is Twitch's discovery is live only. It's a kingmaker system. Basically, the more views you get, the higher up you get, and then you have higher chances of getting pushed to the homepage. But the thing is, when you're not live, your channel's dead. Your growth on that platform is non-existent, and it's only reliant on you going and doing work, creating content on other platforms and funneling people over. Clips don't compound there. They don't rank in a search, and they don't really build long-term traffic. So as you go out and create content on the other platforms to funnel people over, the very content you're making on the platform is only reliant on while you're live, because there's no real algorithm on Twitch pushing old content. In fact, the problem is even deeper. The platform itself is not generated around a social interaction to bring everyday people over naturally, like a site like YouTube or TikTok would be, for example. People use those sites for other things outside of streaming, and then the viewers are suggested streaming content based off of what they would typically watch. On platforms like Twitch and Kick, if you don't have people coming there for other things outside of streaming, and you don't even have an algorithm or a discovery system in streaming, you're stuck with a 15-year-old recipe that's outdated. The funnel is essentially broken. The stream ends, nothing feeds the channel. Twitch allows you to host a stream for viewers while you're live, not really giving you new viewers, as to where YouTube, even while you're live, gives you a chance to be discovered forever. On top of the lack of ability to build on Twitch, if you look at any platform, the offers and incentives you get for building that community on Twitch, for bringing people over there, it's literally the worst out of any platform. The creator split's insane. 50-50 is just unreasonable. It's ridiculous in 2026. The forced ads are also insane. Yes, the platform has to make money, but there's no reason that Twitch has to run 7 unskippable ads. And the answer isn't just telling everybody, well, why don't you just subscribe or join Twitch Turbo? Again, it's 2026. This is a platform that's been around since 2007, and they haven't found any way to innovate their ad system to be more lucrative in almost 20 years. Twitch has had multiple examples over the years of where they've turned their backs on their very creators that have helped build the platform. They've shown signs that they are just clearly a business. They don't care about the creators that are over there, which is valid and fair, but they've publicly lied and been caught lying multiple times. So no discovery, no real tech competition, horrible pay, horrible viewership. Yeah, it's a bad place to be. Now, it's not just Twitch. We've seen the rise with Kick over the last few years. Lots of benefits with Kick. 95.5. You have the Kick hourly pay once you get into the Kick partner program. On paper, Kick looks very attractive because of the payouts they give to creators. But payouts don't matter if the platforms don't give you the tools to grow there. Kick, like Twitch, has horrible discovery. I would actually say that it's worse on Kick because it is new. Not a lot of people know about it. So at least with Twitch, you have that 10-year-long buffer where people understand live streaming is connected to Twitch in some way. But with having no discovery on Kick, you're left to the same problems. You have to go out, create content on other platforms. These platforms like YouTube, who are investing heavy into live streaming on their very platform, you have to go create content over there. You have to build an audience over there, and then you have to bring people over to Kick. All while there's no proven long-term creator economy. I mean, they have unlimited financial backing, which is really good because they don't have a corporate ladder to respond to like Twitch does with Amazon. But on the flip side, it's publicly known that financial backing is through a gambling site. Now, while some people don't care, other people do. On top of that, while platforms like Twitch have had problems with too many people running the site, Kick has this opposite problem where the ultimate decisions really come down to 1 or 2 people. So everything is dependent on what their vision of live streaming is. On top of that, just like Twitch, there's no real VOD ecosystem. Yes, your live stream VODs exist on the platform, but nobody really goes there to watch them. And again, like Twitch, there's no search engine growth. People don't organically and naturally go to Kick to discover something, find something, and then come across a streamer. This is what makes platforms like YouTube and TikTok and Facebook so big. So yeah, on Kick, the money is great. And I always suggest it as like an addition. That's why I support the idea of multi-streaming. But stability and leverage matter way more in 2026, which brings me to TikTok. Listen, TikTok is an insane for reach, but it is awful for ownership, dude. On TikTok, they utilize the For You page for exposure, and they count even actions like this as a view. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but honestly, if you're a creator and you're trying to build a community, do you really want this microsecond counting as a view? So while the views and exposure is there on TikTok, there's really no stickiness. It's insanely hard to move viewers off of that platform. There's a reason why. A lot of the metrics there are inflated by that swiping across the For You page. Monetization is so volatile there as well. Some creators do really, really well, but there's not a one-track system to where everybody can eat. Like YouTube, for example, if you get the specific things, you're in. You unlock the monetization metrics. On TikTok, it's like different followings and then different levels of different tiers of things. But then once you get in, it's like only videos past a certain length can be monetized, but those can get demonetized really quickly. For TikTok being so big, it's very muddy, it's very confusing, and it's annoying. TikTok tries to control everything. For example, if you don't use their TikTok Studio app on your desktop, your live stream will be restricted by using third-party applications. That is just stupid. So TikTok is a great traffic source. It's not a place I would call home, especially if you're a streamer that would have the potential of getting banned just because you say a bad word. Why YouTube streaming is so powerful in 2026. Number one reason why YouTube's powerful: search engine, discovery. Inexperienced creators over the years say things like, YouTube doesn't push small creators. That's not true. YouTube does not give a shit what size you are. YouTube doesn't just give you views. YouTube gives you access to viewers. This is where so many creators go wrong across the board. They just expect to show up and the platform to put people into their seats. YouTube is interest-based, not follower-based. It's not a keymaker system to where you just show up on the side based on popularity. What happens is content gets tested to small stages. So as you try one thing, YouTube will suggest your content to multiple people. You can see this in your dashboard through the impressions. So as YouTube tests your content, if people respond to your content, YouTube expands. The problem that people have with YouTube is, one, they don't help YouTube in guiding where to push the content. Two, when people do respond to the content, they don't keep them engaged. And three, when they don't expand, they just go back to the traditional Twitch mindset and just say the platform's not doing anything for me. The key difference is Twitch is live discovery. That's the only form of discovery that you have. While you're live, you're there. YouTube's a recommendation engine. Remember how I said earlier, it's very crucial that sites like Twitch and Kick start trying to find ways where people can come and interact offline? That's because YouTube has billions of people that just come to the site to search things, to figure shit out. On top of that, it's connected to one of the #1 sites in the world, Google, where again, people go there, they try to find out things, they look up recent trends, they see things that are going viral, new games, how-tos, and then it funnels a lot of people to YouTube. YouTube does not care who you are. It cares if people stay. It's so funny when people say that new channels don't get any love on YouTube, because honestly, new channels are favorited on YouTube. You don't have a history of metadata, tags, and experience to your page trying to persuade YouTube to push your shit in a different direction. You have this fresh ground where you build a foundation. New channels have been blowing up over the last couple of years from long form, clips, live streams, and VODs. That's because the recent updates on YouTube favor viewer satisfaction, session watch time, and cross-format engagement. It's important to understand that because the power with YouTube is there's so many people there that you can build your community just being you. Over the last 10 years, we've seen this time and time again where you see somebody become successful on Twitch or Kick, and then a lot of people just try to replicate that thing because it's a recipe. Those creators shown a clear way to do something off the platform and funnel people over. The power with sites like YouTube and even TikTok and Facebook is there's so many goddamn people on the platform that you have the ability to just play your old 10-year-old game that you just still enjoy. You have a lot of fun with. You don't want to adapt to the new shit. You don't want to do clickbait, flash, shock factor shit. There's so many people on YouTube that your statistical odds of finding just 100 users that would enjoy that content are extremely high. And the thing with search engines is YouTube knows this. YouTube can see those 100, 200, 500 people that are still looking up those videos, that are still looking up those tutorials to this day. And then they can see that you're streaming long hours. So they see this opportunity where they can take that viewer who's searching up these old videos and move it to fresh content that you're producing. Another big argument or misunderstanding that I get with YouTube is the path to partner or the YouTube partner program. On paper, it seems intimidating, getting those watch hours, getting those subscribers. But the thing is, these are metrics across the board. These are short form content. These are live stream content, long form content. You can knock out a lot of watch hours just from one stream, and you can utilize shorts for the subscribers. I'm also a pretty big fan of how the system is on YouTube because it does encourage you to create a community first and then monetize. And I just think along the way, over the last 10 years of popularity in streaming, we've gotten so ass backwards. Let's just be real. The majority of streamers that show up, they just don't like what they do, and they see streaming as a way to just make money. They think it's easy, so that's why they do it. Over the years, seeing how many people turned away YouTube because it's harder to get into the partner program, it's kind of exposed me to the people that really aren't in this to build something for themselves. I'm a big fan of investing in yourself. What you do now will pay off in the future. And YouTube's been the #1 platform over the years to where if you just work hard now to understand it, to learn the tools, to build the audience, to build your community, it will pay off in the future. And that's pretty powerful because on YouTube, it's one platform, but multiple content engines. Like YouTube is not just a streaming platform. It's a content ecosystem. You have live streams for the community building and the depth, long form videos for your authority and your search, short form for reach and discovery. It's like the advertising. And then you even have things like community posts for retention and reminders. You're not splitting effort. You're not splitting your audience. You're stacking leverage. This is actually why I just launched my 90-day streamer breakout blueprint. It's literally a step-by-step system that I'd even follow if I started streaming on YouTube today. It also works well across multiple platforms as well. Another big thing about YouTube is the monetization compounds. So first you have ad revenue on YouTube, which you can get in long form videos. You can get now in short form videos, which pays probably the best consistently out of any platform now in 2026. On top of that, unlike any other platform, you get ad revenue in your live stream and after your live stream's over. And a lot of streamers don't understand this because traditionally on Twitch and Kick, people don't watch previous live stream VODs, but on YouTube, it's huge because again, there's billions of people there. I know creators who only stream like a few hours a day, they make a couple $100s in the YouTube live ad revenue. And then as their VOD is public, they double their revenue over a couple weeks. So the same 3 to 4 hour live stream turns into a VOD, and they make the same amount of ad revenue in the VOD as they did when they were live. Voice Critical actually once said that he made like $80,000 or something in the live stream. It's the most he's ever made in a live stream. And the majority of it came from the live VOD, like after the stream had ended. On top of the ad revenue, you get super chats and memberships. Memberships that you can also control. You can make them $1, you can make them $500. YouTube also incorporated affiliate links into their videos to where you can just tag a product that you're reviewing or talking about or that you use in your streams. A lot of people don't remember Twitch used to do this with Amazon. You could make a lot of money by connecting your Amazon associates to your Twitch page and suggest the things that you use to stream. And then Twitch realized they could just cut out the streamer and suggest their own products in the ads that they put on the stream. And that's just a perfect example of Twitch going against their creators and just only thinking about themselves. You also get direct product sales on YouTube now. Like you can work with brands on the back end. You get way more sponsorship opportunities on YouTube in comparison to platforms like Twitch and definitely Kick. Twitch, if you're a higher up streamer getting a lot of views, obviously you can get a brand deal. But I mean, I know YouTube creators with 50, 100, 200 CCV that can get brand deals on YouTube because brands trust YouTube way more. And you can also sell your own products. Like you can go below this video right here and you can get all the merch that I sell. So moving on from monetization, one real key reason as to why, like if I was forced to go to one place or if I had to just suggest one place to somebody, why it would be YouTube is because of the stability and trust that YouTube has built. This is the part that nobody talks about enough. It's also the part that's a little muddied because inexperienced creators who didn't have success here because they didn't utilize the tools, they try to create up false ways as to why they didn't do well here. Like the example of like, YouTube doesn't push small creators. Here's the reality. YouTube's been around for like 20 years now. YouTube generates tens of billions of dollars of profit revenue a year. profit. They're owned by Google, one of the largest search engines and websites in the world. You buy a phone, YouTube's installed on the phone. Brands budget for YouTube. When they start off their year, YouTube is one of the first targets they go after. Ads are native, they're normalized and trusted. The world economy has already decided that YouTube is safe to invest into, as where Twitch creators have to get their own discovery, bring people over, and worry about split still, and TikTok creators with all these views have to stress about bans. YouTube creators stress about thumbnails. YouTube creators stress about how they can analyze their metrics to have the next video perform better. Multi-streaming, my honest take. Again, I just want to explain that I'm making this video on the idea if there was one place, right? If you just had to ask me, BigE, where's the place you would stream if you only streamed one place? But multi-streaming is still very smart. And I do highly recommend it if you can handle it. But if you're going to multi-stream and you're not using YouTube, you're doing it wrong. Overall, streaming in 2026 isn't about how you get the most views today. It's about where your effort compounds tomorrow. Consistency is king this year. YouTube doesn't only just reward the consistency, it rewards clarity, patience, and intent, a clear direction of what you're doing. That's why if you're at all serious about building anything and streaming moving forward, YouTube isn't just the safest option, it's the best option. Guys, if you're already streaming on YouTube, let me know what you're seeing. Let me know the problems that you're currently having. If you're still deciding and you're living off of 2019 myths about YouTube, I hope this video gave you guys enough confidence today to actually take it serious this year, because I genuinely believe that you're gonna miss out if you don't lock in on YouTube in 2026. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.